If I only had words, I would sing of the beautiful things that we see. That would be me, oh you, my Shinji. For this morning roundup, first thing on the menu is lettuce. That's lettuce. Then we've got a done Sharky, Golden Idol, and a David, and a Moai pair. I believe this is some burger meat and some very unsatisfying under extrusion, which is really unfortunate because I just redid all this stuff. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to swap the extruder motor. And very satisfyingly, T-Rex head ready for color shift paint. Obviously, today's project is gonna be to do some of the maintenance stuff, and most of all, we're going to do the fix on the new S5. Now, some people in the Discord have linked to some things that might be helpful as far as firmware is concerned, but the thing that's cool about that is if that firmware stuff works out, then we're going to have even less difficulty in creating more S5s or things that are like S5s because the software hurdle won't be an issue. But in any case, doing the fix like we described yesterday is the order of the day because we got to get this thing rolling. So yeah, that would be agenda item number, I don't know what the number would be. For this operation, I think we're taking out the CR10 from the middle. We're gonna want some extra space over on this side. It's just gonna be too tight a squeeze. Plus there's plenty of racks to put a CR10 on elsewhere. And we'll push. Took away the original box. This is the one that was having the extruder troubles. We are going to use it to mechanically move all the things on this S5 frame. And of course, we're just hooking up all the things. We've got all the mechanical connections. We set up this guy here. And what we're going to do is, this is a hot end that kind of doesn't work that well. We've connected it here. And what we're going to do is heat up this hot end with this hot end. The purpose being, this number has to be above 160 or 170 for the printer to extrude. Now, obviously, if the hot end's over here, you're gonna ask what hot end is actually printing things. And we are going to have a separate box that heats the hot end. Thus, all together, it will work. So I'm going to show you how to connect these two hot ends together so that even though this can't get hot in and of itself, it will get hot because this is heating it up. So we're going to move this up so we got some room. What we're going to do for this next part is attach them just like this with these big long screws. Just kind of make these about as close as you can. It's better if they're touching, but this thermistor came off the screw and I decided to just sandwich the thermistor between the two heating blocks because that should work pretty good. Thermistor meaning the one that's telling this its temperature. So now we're going to heat up this heating block, and that should heat up the thermistor, which is sandwiched between here. In my experience, this will be about 5 degrees behind this. Part of the rationale of leaving this up on this machine like this is, oh, it just got hot. It won't touch anything. Just having a hot end that gets hot in some random place, it's like you wouldn't want it touching that or the table or whatever. Better just leave it on the gantry like this. Okay, this is heating up nicely, and this is a little bit behind, but it takes a second for it to warm up and catch up. These should get pretty close, these two numbers. All right, that's at 200. It's about 65 degrees behind it. That's really not enough. I think we're going to have to remount this thermistor in some way more securely. Okay, I forgot. You have to arrange them like this so there's basically no gap between them. But yes, this does work. You can wrap the hot ends in tin foil for a little extra insulation. But yeah, this is getting up to temperature. It's still a few degrees behind, but anything above 160, 170 will allow this to print. We've got the temperature stabilized here. This box is connected to the hot end, and it's a clunky alternative, but this will leave us with a printer that works. And here we go. This big Frankenstein is indeed working. Yeah. All right, I think it's sunset time again. And we're going with Mr. Hog. Oh yeah. It's really quite nice out. Such a good temperature. I know I always say that, but really, this is what life is about. Been too long since we rocked the Hog. We found this on a thrift trip. If you watch the thrift trip playlist, you'll probably see it. So good. I found I can breathe in and out independently of smoking. Like, I'm gonna breathe in and out while I'm doing this. That's how much of an OG I am. One of the first things I wanted to 3D print was pipes, but it's like you can't have flame and like plastic, and it's just super unhealthy. It's a real shame. Makes me want to get a CNC machine and make like custom manufactured pipes somehow. Man, it's really hitting today. Some days you just really feel like a good smoke. Feels really good that we got the new printer working. Even if it was a pain, we got up that hill, and that's what matters. We got like 5 or 6 days until the big $1,500 order deadline, and most of it's done. We got like most of the burger done. Painting doesn't take very long, so we're in good shape. Something I was thinking about last night. In the past year, I've really turned this business around. You know, it's not like things were exactly bad, but part of the reason I started this series is because I was kind of just trying everything. It seemed like things had plateaued, and I just figured, screw it, we're gonna go on YouTube. But yeah, sales are up over 50% year over year, and that's just sales. The average order price is up considerably. I kind of forget. So what I was thinking was, like, that's what happened this year. What happens in another year or 2 more years if we just keep kind of doing what we're doing, being super consistent or pretty consistent about launching new products, getting more into big 3D printing, all that kind of stuff. See, in the heyday of this business, I would say 2 or 3 years in, it got really normal to sell $500-600 a day. But like, the thing is, my margins were terrible back then. We were buying pre-made filament. Filament was pretty expensive. The average order price, I want to say, was like $27 to $30, something like that. And you know, the average amount in shipping was like $6 or $7. Then think about the material costs. And although we were selling a lot, the margins weren't that good. Because we were selling bigger things, the margins are better. Even though they take more material, the ratio between material cost and the sale price is better. Plus, the material cost per kilogram, of course, is cheaper because we make our own filament. So really, profit-wise, this may be the heyday of the business now. And the thing that's really crazy, like I said, that's after a year. What happens when we've continued this trajectory for another year, 2 years, whatever? What happens when we get really, really known for big food and we can start charging more We can start making more expensive things maybe, because we get more of a niche carved out with that. I don't know, it's just weird to feel this optimistic, or have cause to feel this optimistic. It's a really wild feeling. So that's a little spontaneous gratitude for you right there. Another factor, I've taken a lot of my lifestyle costs down, and business expenses are pretty low. You know, like cooking at home, I was eating out way more. I was really fat, of course, as a result of that. So really, it's like you guys are getting to see some of the best days in this business's history, and those days are today. I'm really glad I'm documenting all this stuff. Well, it's pretty much pretty dark out here. We're about cashed, so I think we're gonna go in, but I'm glad we had this talk. When it comes to my pipe game, we are definitely in the golden days. Ooh, so cool. Oh yeah, it's looking so good. Okay, for about an hour now, I figured out I actually have a bunch of leftover parts from other S5s, and I think we can construct, or kind of cobble together is a better way to say it. I think we can cobble together a whole nother S5. Basically, it's like, this is almost what I would call a failed experiment. This box here came from a CR10S Pro, and I actually got custom firmware made for it a couple of years ago, but I didn't have a frame to hook it up to. I constructed a frame, and the frame kind of didn't work. It's a long story. Basically, we've got enough parts from other things. We had another bed heater that I think we can make a whole nother S5, and we basically have done that. I've got to get a piece of glass for the bed. I might order one of those built surfaces, even though they're kind of expensive, but they do work well. I'm not going to finish this today because there's still more to do, but I think this is going to be a project for tomorrow, and we're going to have basically 2 additional S5s. So we'll have added this one, and of course the one we did today. So once we do that, let's see how many that's going to leave us with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still going to try some stuff with this one. It's iffy, but 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, here's the frame I put together. Yes, I carved a piece of wood because I absolutely could not find a bed that would work. See, if we can get one of the boards, if we can get some firmware that would work on a board, it's pretty easy to just construct the control box here. So if we could get this to work, that would be 10, but I think tomorrow we can ensure that we at least have 9, and 9 functional S5s would be amazing. It's pretty cool to have 8 already. Well, screwing around with big printers has taken a lot of the day, but you know what? We are going to paint some things. Little shark. And we've got a guitar octo, of course. And we got a big Sharko. Oh yeah, this morning, do you remember that really cheap paint I found online? 2 6-packs came in. Here we go. They said it couldn't be done. Colored paints for $2.50 a can. I've used the white and the black, and they aren't the greatest in the world, but they fundamentally work. We're gonna try the colors, and if these colors also work, we're probably just gonna use this. This is way cheaper than really even the cheapest stuff I can find anywhere else. I'm pretty good at finding the cheap stuff everywhere else. This is gonna be a bit of a revolution. All right, we've got a Dolly, and an Einstein, and an Einstein, and an Einstein. I was gonna paint all this stuff, but it's so late, and we can just do it tomorrow. Took a long time to get the printers doing what they need to do today, but it was the right move. It's what we needed to do, and we're producing like crazy. I think we still have 5 or 6 days until the big food order is due, something like that. And most of it's done, like I've said, so it's not really panic time. We're really doing quite well. We're producing lots and lots of big things. Printers are working, life is good. So yeah, we'll have a big painting day tomorrow, but I think that's pretty good for today. No need to go crazy. We didn't just set up the new printers too. I did maintenance on a whole bunch of these big ones today. Like, you probably remember the ice cream that screwed up on this one. This is printing perfect. We did a bunch of work on this. It's, you know, it's time consuming, but everything you want is on the other side of frustration. The very fact that it frustrates you and that you don't want to do it is the thing that gives you an advantage, because it's going to be true for everybody else. Nobody wants to work hard. Nobody wants to have to really be dedicated. And if you can learn to do those things, you by definition are doing what others refuse to. It's the only way to get an advantage in life. You're just going to have to do stuff that other people don't want to do. Otherwise, everybody's going to be doing it. But yeah, this guy's printing like a champ. That is a piece of cheese. That is the cheese for the cheeseburger. Sounds like a metaphor, but it's not. Literally, it's the cheese for the cheeseburger. We got both the burger buns here. Meat is printing in the other room. One of the other ones has the lettuce. It's gonna be burger time real soon. And that is a pretty good time, honestly. Oh man, what a day. Join the Discord link below. Dash Render shared a bunch of things that I'm gonna have to check out. It looks like there is some kind of custom firmware that he uses on his Ender 3s. They're Ender 3 V2 though. I'm gonna have to make sure the boards are the same. I think he's saying it would. I don't know. We'll check this out, but it could be a possibility. Yeah, thank you, Dash Render. It's difficult to summarize the rest of this. There's a bunch of discussion about the Cobra Max. Of course, it doesn't have the build area I need. I will say, as much love as there is out there for the Cobra 2 Max or whatever it's called, I don't know. It is tempting to just try and make smaller things, but really, if anything, I wish I could make things bigger than what I make. It's more of a compromise. It's like I don't really want to get into the Orange Storm Giga size range, but I definitely don't want to go any smaller. Elric Traver, bamboo is never an option. We've got some opinionated people in the Gratitude Gang. Hackzier, I'm grateful for the realness of your videos. Peace out. The realness is free. Junior 303, we use a net in the shop to hold boxes that can be reused. I wonder if your sharks could be stored like that. Sharks in a net. I see what you're doing there. Oh man, long day. Let's see what I'm grateful for. Well, it's kind of the obvious thing, but I am grateful that the new printer is working. Whew. Frustrating, but very grateful that that worked out. And actually, I'm grateful that it occurred to me how to kind of put together a whole nother S5. It's going to be a journey for tomorrow, but that's going to be good. I even found a piece of glass that I think is going to work. So that's going to be nice. We need a lot of print capacity, and I'm grateful. I am once again grateful for extremely hot baths to wash the pain away. Let me know what you are grateful for in the comment section below. Could be something quite mundane, could be something life-changing. Whatever you got going on, put it in the comment section so we can all be edified. I like to read the comments. I'll probably give it a heart, probably give it an upvote, probably give it a yawn. We drop the goodness every single day. Rain or shine. Could be a meteor shower out. I don't know. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.
Stay around you. I can't say what I need. This blinding adolescence I'm seeing to standing in a moment. What has been is cast aside, frozen there as time rode. I know that you must have died. possessions, everything I need. Through emotions, and we're all going to die. So leave me something precious, another glimpse of light. Surround you, open up your light, time to say a Wiedersehen.